Hi everyone, so Lightfall is finally released in Destiny 2, and with it, the mod system has totally changed. It's actually become way easier to create builds, and also all the old builds that you know have been changed slightly, so this video is going to go over the Void, Warlock, and Grenade build. Now this build is really popular before Lightfall, and now with the new mod system, it is back and maybe even a little better than before. Now I will say there are a few drawbacks, and I need to play a bit more to try to realize whether I like this new version more or if there's a few mods I want to change, but I put together some mods that I think help make this build what it was before Lightfall. So going into it, let's go into what the super aspects are before we go into the armor. So as before, in case you had this build on your Void Warlock already, the aspects have not changed. You're going to be using Chaos Accelerant along with Feed the Void, and then for fragments you're using Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Undermining, and Echo of Remnants. And if you look, there are maybe occasional things you can change, like Echo Expulsion could be switched out for another one, but I think these three fragments work the best for this build. So going into the mod customization, on my helmet I have put on 2 Ashes to Assets mods. Gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. And also on my helmet, you want to make sure to have on some sort of mod that allows you to generate orbs on kills with your primary weapon. Now I'm using an arc weapon, so I have on arc siphon, but if you're using a kinetic weapon, make sure to put on kinetic siphon. It is key to always have a weapon and always make sure you're generating orbs with your weapon, because that will just help you if you don't gain your grenade back, and we'll go into that with a few other mods. Now on the Contraverse hold exotic, this is basically the exotic that allows this build to work. I put on a bolstering detonation mod, grant class ability energy when you cause damage with your grenade. And then firepower, void grenade final blows create orbs of power. This mod is really the one you want on your arms because generating those orbs is really important. And then fastball, because I really don't like throwing grenades over a long distance and having to deal with that arc. So going on to the chest piece. Now the chest piece isn't really any mods that you'll need to keep this build running. This is more survivability, so I have solar resistance along with void resistance. If you want to put arc resistance on instead of one of these two, feel free to do that, but I just felt like these two were better to use than arc resistance. Along with these 2 mods, I put on emergency reinforcement, collecting orb of power, causes you to gain 1 temporary armor charge. And then when your shield breaks, you use an armor charge and that gives you temporary damage resistance. Like I said, this doesn't really help the build, it just helps with damage resistance and survivability. Going on to the legs, I put on stacks. Picking up an orb of power grants you a stack of the armor charge, which once again goes into the chest piece and being able to survive. I have Absolution, reduces all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an orb of power. And remember, you're generating orbs of power with your grenade and also with your kinetic weapon or primary weapon. You're going to be able to pick up those orbs and gain your grenade back easier. Innervation. This is a key mod to have on. Reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. Remember, you're going to be generating orbs of power with your firepower mod on your arms and along with your kinetic weapon, so as long as you're getting kills with your grenade or just damaging and then getting kills with your primary weapon, you'll be gaining orbs of power, and that gives you a grenade back almost always. Finally, on my class item, I stacked 2 distribution mods, reduces all ability cooldowns when you use your class ability, and if you combine that with bolstering detonation, grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. You're going to be getting your class ability energy back easily, then use your class ability energy in case you don't have your grenade, and then it's a cycle back and forth that allows this build to work well. And then another mod I put on is Bomber, reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Now if you want, you can switch out a distribution mod to stack bomber mods. It's really whatever you think is important. I liked having 2 distribution mods instead of 2 bomber mods, but to be fair, I haven't tried out 2 bomber mods yet, so whatever you think works. So that is the Void Warlock grenade build in Lightfall. It has changed a little bit, but not too much, and I think it still works really well in this season. I used it a lot for the campaign, and it worked really well. And tell me in the comments below, what other builds do you want to see? What are some builds before Lightfall that got removed and you don't know how to create them again? I could help with that, and have a good one.